Do not judge me by my successes. Judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. It always seems impossible until it's done. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. One cannot be prepared for something while secretly believing it will not happen. Resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies. For to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. Lead from the back and let others believe they are in front. I am not a saint unless you think of a saint as a sinner who keeps on trying. There is no passion to be found playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. As I have said, the first thing is to be honest with yourself. You can never have an impact on society if you have not changed yourself. Everyone can rise above their circumstances and achieve success if they are dedicated to and passionate about what they do. A winner is a dreamer who never gives up. I hate race discrimination most intensely and in all its manifestations. I have fought it all during my life. I fight it now and will do so until the end of my days. Sometimes it falls upon a generation to be great. You can be that generation. It is what we make out of what we have, not what we are given, that separates one person from another. We must use time creatively and forever realize that the time is always right to do right. There is a universal respect and even admiration for those who are humble and simple by nature, and who have absolute confidence in all human beings irrespective of their social status. I never lose. I either win or learn. I like friends who have independent minds because they tend to make you see problems from all angles. Man's goodness is a flame that can be hidden but never extinguished. I learned that to humiliate another person is to make him suffer an unnecessarily cruel fate. Even as a boy, I defeated my opponents without dishonoring them. Overcoming poverty is not a task of charity, it is an act of justice. Like slavery and apartheid, poverty is not natural. It is man-made and it can be overcome and eradicated by the actions of human beings. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Where you stand depends on where you sit. I am the captain of my soul. Appearances matter, and remember to smile. After climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. Great peacemakers are all people of integrity, of honesty, but humility. Know your enemy and learn about his favorite sport. It is not where you start, but how high you aim that matters for success. Keep your friends close and your rivals even closer. Let your greatness blossom. Tread softly, breathe peacefully, laugh hysterically. In some ways, it is easier to be a dissident, for then one is without responsibility. When a man is denied the right to live the life he believes in, he has no choice but to become an outlaw. No one is born hating another person because of the color of his skin, or his background, or his religion. People must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love, for love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. A good head and good heart are always a formidable combination. But when you add to that illiterate tongue or pen, then you have something very special. If you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart. Courageous people do not fear forgiving for the sake of peace. The brave man is not the one who has no fears. He is the one who triumphs over his fears. Those who conduct themselves with morality, integrity, and consistency need not fear the forces of inhumanity and cruelty. There are few misfortunes in this world that you cannot turn into a personal triumph if you have the iron will and the necessary skill. We owe our children, the most vulnerable citizens in any society, a life free from violence and fear. Difficulties break some men, but make others. No axe is sharp enough to cut the soul of a sinner. Who keeps on trying, one armed with the hope that he will rise even in the end. May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's inspiring others to move beyond it.